Explain the role of calcium ion in muscle contraction.
Calcium ions bind to troponin. Troponin changes its shape, so tropomyosin moves away from actin, which allows the myosin head to bind to actin.
Question 2. Explain the role of ATP in muscle contraction.
ATP is needed to 1. Break the actin-myosin bonds. 2. Return calcium ions to the sarcoplasmic stores once contraction ends.
Question 3. Describe the structural features of fast-twitch muscle fibers.
Less mitochondria, myoglobin, capillary network. Less blood supply, so pale in color. Can function anaerobically, also glycogen as source of energy. Has high levels of creatine phosphate, so ATP can be produced from ADP. Contain more myofibrils.
Question 4. Explain the role of auxin in phototropism.
Auxin accumulates in the shaded side of the growing tip of shoot or stem. Auxin stimulates cell elongation. Auxin stimulate the transport of protons into the cell wall, which decreases the pH and activates cell wall proteins, causing the plant to grow towards the light.
Question 5. How a neurotransmitter allows an impulse to be transferred to an adjacent neuron.
Impulse reaches the presynaptic neuron and causes the influx of calcium ions into the presynaptic neuron. Calcium ions cause the vesicles containing neurotransmitter to fuse with the presynaptic membrane. Neurotransmitter releases into the synaptic cleft. The neurotransmitter binds with receptor on postsynaptic membrane. It initiates opening of sodium channels, resulting in an impulse in adjacent neuron.
Question 6. Explain the relationship between Parkinson's disease and dopamine.
With increasing age, the number of dopamine-producing cells decreases. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Less neurotransmitter is produced, therefore fewer electrical impulses or action potential is generated. It causes reduced muscle contraction, paralysis, loss of control of muscles, loss of motor function.
Question 7. Explain the importance of slow-twitch muscle fibers.
Slow-twitch muscle fibers are important for athletes, long-distance runners, swimmers. They have more mitochondria, larger capillary network, rich blood supply. They contain more myoglobin to supply oxygen, which allows aerobic respiration. Glucose is the source of energy because of rich blood supply and increased myoglobin. It's deep red in color.
Question 8. Explain how the edaphic factors are related to the structure of the soil. Add a note on how to measure them.
Soil pH. Collect the soil sample and use pH meter. Soil mineral content. Collect the soil sample and use chemical testing kits. Soil water, moisture content. Collect the soil sample. Determine the water content using moisture probe. Soil temperature. Insert the temperature probe or thermometer into the soil. Air spaces in soil. Remove the soil and measure the drainage rate.
Question 9. Explain the mechanism of action of protein hormones.
Protein hormones bind to a specific receptor on the cell surface. Receptor hormone complex activates adenylate cyclase, which convert ATP to cyclic AMP. Cyclic AMP activates protein kinase A, which can move to the nucleus and activates a transcription factor, which binds to the promoter region on DNA and causes transcription of gene and translation of mRNA to protein.
Question 10. Explain how a decrease in calcium ion concentration disrupts the contraction of muscles.
Less calcium ions bind to troponin. Troponin does not change shape, so tropomyosin remain in position. Myosin head cannot bind to actin. No actin-myosin cross-bridge formation, therefore, muscles stay relaxed.